Hello everybody, Steel here. Welcome to the 150 subscriber Q&A video. I apologize for being a bit late to make this. Time has flown by and I've been very busy with stuff like finishing animating Infection Part 4. Yes, Part 4 has been sent off to render farmers as of a couple days ago. How long it'll actually take to render, none can truly say. Anyway, so I only got 2 questions in the recently uploaded informational video. I'll be hitting those first and then answering the questions I got in my Discord server, link in the description below. Alright, let's get started. The first question was asked by my good friend Jay Swingy. He asks, how did you first find BPS? I believe it was actually when I was with you, Swingy. As I remember it, we were playing Skywars at the time. I had died because I suck at Skywars, so I was just scrolling through YouTube and randomly stumbled upon Thomas's mini walls animation. I was instantly hooked from there, and now, thanks to them, look where we are today. The next question comes from Emerald Wolf 1, a frequent commenter on my animations and videos. He was wondering, when you get into BPS, parentheses, because you will, what is the first thing you plan to do? I'll start off by saying, I'm honestly doubting my ability to get into Black Plasma Studios currently. My animation skills are nowhere close to where I wish for them to be, even with Infection coming to a close. Or replacing all the when questions pertaining to BPS with if from this point on, because I'm really not sure when or if it'll ever even happen. Now, to answer your question, Emerald Wolf, I have a very large storyline planned for if I get accepted into BPS. This storyline will be bigger than Skyfall's, but less than Songs of War. It'll be filled with lore and highly story-based, and hopefully a help with Arby's goal of transitioning BPS away from Hypixel minigame animations and more towards original stories from all the animators. I also plan to get as involved as possible with possibly their gaming and community channel, and hopefully do some work on their website, which is outdated and needs to be reworked a bit. Now I'll be transitioning over to the questions posted in my Discord server. The first question is from my pal Beaver, who asks, what do you look like? Ugly, Beaver. Extremely ugly. Matt476 asks, why doth the sun riseth? Only those that knoweth the ways of thine realm in which we now live may truly understandeth the meaning behind such actions, and those who understandeth hath the aptitude to provideth of an answer to thine inquiry that plagues our society. Beaver asks another question. Why are we here? See, why doth the sun riseth? H. Jones Jr. asks, what is your favorite food? Ooh, now that's a tough one. I enjoy a lot of various foods, but I think I would have to say the pizza my father makes. He makes really good pizza, the best I've ever tasted, and we eat it every Friday night, so I'm not complaining. Potato Tech asks, can you give us a bit more info about the Steel storyline thingy? Okay, so basically, before I planned to apply for BPS, I had an excessively large storyline planned out, to the point of even Steel's death and beyond. Now that my goal is to get into BPS, I've reworked the story a bit, so where it stands on certain plot points like Steel's death is unsure. Hopefully I won't have to figure out such questions, because I'll get into BPS. I will say that something to do with my new series of animations will be teased at the end of Infection. Jimmy asks, did you get the flash flood alert? Jimmy is another IRL friend, like Jay Swingy. And yes, Jimmy, I did get the flash flood alert. Demon asks, what's the origin of your name? Okay, so here's the story behind that. So, I had stopped playing Minecraft for a long time. Eventually, my little brother Pete Panda, he's the red panda in Infection, convinced me to get it on my laptop. So I did, obviously. So, I needed a name, and I chose something that sounded cool. I knew I wanted Steel, although I had no idea that the word Steel would soon become basically my second identity. And then I pretty much picked General randomly. So yeah, that's the origin of my name. Jimmy asks, why does Dempy want us to hate him? Backstory for those who aren't in my Discord server, but totally should be. Link in the description below, go check it out. Dempy's nick in my server is hate me or die, so I have no idea why Dempy wants us to hate him, Jimmy. Jimmy also asks, will my game crash? I think it already did. Blaze of LB asks, if you didn't animate, what would you do? Honestly, I would probably just spend my free time wasting away like I used to. Maybe I would focus more on computer programming, which was an interest before I discovered animation, but honestly, I have no idea. Blaze of LB asks another question, which is, if you could give one piece of animating advice, what would it be? For all you animators, animators to be, and wannabe animators, the one piece of advice I have for you is patience. Heck, Infection Part 1 released 7 or 8 months ago, which probably means I've been working on this storyline for nearly a year now. It takes a lot of patience to be an animator, but it pays big dividends in the end. Dex asks, if you had to choose between killing Brick and Dempy, who would you choose? Dex also asks, is Entity good or evil in your storyline? I'll answer that honestly by saying that so far there is no plan to incorporate Entity 303 into the Steel storyline. There may be in the future, but currently it's just not there. Clockinaria asks, what inspired you to make Minecraft animations, and how far do you think you've come? Black Plasma Studios was definitely what inspired me to make Minecraft animations. I haven't come nearly as far as you, Clock, but I definitely think I've come a long way. Infection was a long journey that taught me a lot about animating. I think you'll see in the full animation how far I've come from part 1 to part 4. Kitty asks, if you could go to one place in the world right now, where would you go? China. I've always wanted to go to China. DevaX asks, what do you think would have happened if you had no one to support you on what you do? Then I would definitely not be where I am today. I might not even still be animating. The support everyone gives me is what motivates me to keep going. The next series of questions comes from Dempy, who saw I was writing the Q&A script and submitted a long series of questions for me to answer. Here we go. Will you get a good PC? Hopefully soon, yes. Will you give patrons good stuff? If my Patreon page ever releases, then yes, I think so. What else do you play other than Minecraft and League of Legends? I used to play a game called Drakensang when I first got my laptop, but I don't anymore. Now I pretty much just play Minecraft, and I just started playing League. Do you have a life? Surprisingly, the answer to that question is yeah, I do. I have friends, school, extracurriculars, a girlfriend, so yeah. Are you a 24/7 animating machine? Unfortunately, I am not. I have things such as friends, schools, extracurricular, and a girlfriend, and especially sleep, that's keeping me from animating 24/7. Are you human? Unfortunately, yes, I am human. Do you like bread? Yes, I do like bread. Do you prefer bread or potatoes? You know, I would rather not enter the war between Clock and Potato Tech about this issue, so I am not going to respond to that. Is the Steel storyline thingy a lie? Nope, it is very much true. Is Infection actually a nightmare of someone? Nope, everyone is awake in Infection animation and experiencing everything in their real life. When Derp fell in love with cooked fish, why didn't he scream? I don't really understand the wording of this question, so I'll answer by saying that Derp was trying to acquire a fish from the fishing booth, but instead got a dead cooked fish that he didn't realize actually contained the infection that would then spread throughout Hypixel World. He was happy that he got a fish, before realizing that the fish was the way it was. Will there be other animations that take place in another universe or are not related to the Steel storyline? The only animation so far to take place in the Steel storyline universe is Infection. All the others so far are just miscellaneous shorts that don't pertain to the storyline. So yes, there have been and will continue to be animations of that kind. It will be obvious though when animation is part of the storyline. Will you stop doing Minecraft if you ever get bored of it? Currently, I have no plans to stop creating Minecraft animations. Even if I stop playing Minecraft itself, the Minecraft medium is a really good way to tell stories through animation, so I'll likely be creating Minecraft animations as long as BPS makes them, at least. We'll end today's Q&A video with a question from Lucille. She asks, if you could do one thing differently in real life, what would it be? The answer to that question would probably be, honestly, that I would not ask out my crush in 8th grade, since that pretty much destroyed my relationship with that girl and shattered my confidence in the relationship sector for a while. But if I'm being honest, I don't even know if I would change that. As much as I have swings of sadness and depression as often as I do, when I think about it, I'm actually pretty happy with my life. I have a great girlfriend, I have a surprisingly large amount of friends when I think about it. I enjoy doing everything I do outside of school, I'm getting good grades in school, and I have you guys. All of my viewers, subscribers, and friends who have helped me and supported me throughout the darkest times of my life, who have guided me throughout my animation journey, and who have made me the person I am today. So, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Each and every one of you. Thank you for watching this video, all the videos before this, and all the videos to come. Your support of my endeavors means the world to me, and I can't imagine where I would be without it. I think that about wraps it up. I apologize to those whose questions I did not directly answer, may have been a repeat question, or maybe I just missed it. If anyone has any further questions, please join my Discord server. I have a channel dedicated to the asking and answering of questions pertaining to me and stuff related to me, and I try to answer as quickly and honestly as I can. A big thank you to everyone watching, and I look forward to the journey ahead.